Well, there's plenty on the docket in the coming months for our nation's highest court, the federal health care law, the Arizona immigration law. Well, now you can add a lawsuit involving the Gun Lake Casino near Wayland to the list. The U.S. Supreme Court announced today it will hear the case. 24-Hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia spoke with an expert on American Indian law tonight. He's in studio with what we're learning. Tony?
Marley, there has been plenty of legal back and forth over this casino, but the U.S. Supreme Court is not expected to directly address whether the Gun Lake Tribe's casino is legal. The High Court is expected to take on the question of whether a casino opponent's lawsuit can move forward.
It's unusual.
Unusual, according to American Indian law expert Matthew Fletcher, because the Supreme Court is taking up a petition from a tribe looking to overturn the decision of a lower federal court.
It's very unusual for that to happen, and when that does happen, it's a big change.
Fletcher runs the Indigenous Law and Policy Center at Michigan State University's law school. He says the Supreme Court's decision to even hear the case indicates justices may be looking to reverse that lower court. The lower court found that casino opponent David Pachek's lawsuit can move forward. The Wayland Township man alleges that the U.S. government did not have the authority to put the land the casino sits on into trust because the tribe was not federally recognized until after 1934. And as for how he is personally affected, judges have said Pachek argued that the casino would destroy the rural character of the area. He would lose the ability to enjoy the rural land around the site, and his property value would go down. But by taking up the case, the nation's highest court will not be hearing arguments about that.
No, not this time. This would just be whether or not Mr. Pachek can sue.
The U.S. government and the tribe successfully won the chance to argue before the Supreme Court that Pachek's lawsuit should not be allowed to move forward. Fletcher says the High Court will now look at two key issues. The first, standing, whether Pachek has the right to sue. And second, whether a federal law called the Quiet Title Act makes the government's decision to put the casino land into trust effectively irreversible. Fletcher says he expects to talk about the case with his indigenous law students next semester.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to want to know about it. And I think a couple of other classes, the federal jurisdiction, constitutional law classes have been talking about this case for a couple of years now.
It's worth noting that there was an earlier opportunity to challenge the move to put this land in trust before the government made the decision. Back to the case at hand, both sides will argue before the High Court. If the justices rule the lawsuit can't go forward, Fletcher says that would appear to end all the legal claims. But if the court says the lawsuit can move forward, Fletcher says to expect a trial with a lot of witnesses and a lot of examination of historical records. Marley?